Hey, what's going on? This is Andre from AndreSanders.net. Put good principles into motion. This is something that I got from my morning mindset call from somebody that had called in who was a very successful real estate investor. And he had mentioned, as far as, it's a shame that if you are, let's say, reading books on personal development and not putting any of those principles within those books or that particular book into action, he said, you will be very, very, very extremely miserable because he didn't put anything to work. It's no different from, like, let's say you go to a conference or seminar, you're taking all these great notes or whatever, and then you just throw it throw over your shoulder, and then here it is a few months later, you're wondering why you still are at the same position that you were before you got to the conference or the seminar. It's no different also too to say if you go to church and you're taking notes or whatever, and you don't apply anything from, let's say, what that pastor, the preacher is teaching, and you're wondering, here it is still maybe a few weeks later or a few months later, you still are where you're at compared to before you heard that particular sermon. You see what I'm saying? I know there's two different examples, but you get my drift as far as, you got to go and actually apply these things. It'll be, again, another example, it'd be a shame for me to, if you've been paying attention, especially on Facebook, to not be applying as far as what I've been reading here the last few years. And, I know personally I have, because I can't be saying all the right stuff on social media and not actually applying this in my own life. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. And then, be very, very miserable. And I'm speaking from experience, because when I was in the previous company, my home-based business company, a few years ago, I used to do it all the time. Go to these different events, take all these notes, don't apply anything, and wonder why I'm still at the same level than before the event started. You see, this doesn't make any sense. And, most people don't really pretty much see that, but they would be quick to complain, blame, or, whatever, for what we did not do. And it's just really, it's pitiful. It really is. Sometimes you just got to look in the mirror and just be like, all right, man or woman in the mirror, and it's like, all right, it's time to just make this change. Jim Rome said it best. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. It's got to be straight up with ourselves at times. It's actually going to apply what we're being taught. It's like, okay, if that's the case, then why in the world were you going to this event in the first place? This conference or whatever. I think we're here to just get better, other than just being stagnant where we are in our lives. So if you got value for what we shared here, I'd love to read your comments below. I'd like to share this video. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.